How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Business Sense. I apologize for not putting any videos out in the past couple of weeks. I've been very busy on other things, okay? Primarily trying to survive. So, as you know, we have this coronavirus going on. A lot of people are very scared, feeling very helpless. Our government is doing a very poor job at making people feel secure, okay? A lot of people in the media, they went out there talking about how bad China is, how bad all of these other countries have it worse than us. Well, guess what? China has their situation with the coronavirus under control right now. Taiwan has their situation with the coronavirus under control right now, okay? So I wanted to share a couple of practical applications, just practical information about how these viruses work and what you can do to protect yourself. Some of you may already know and some of you may not know. So don't be offended if you already know, because obviously I'm talking to people that may not know. Okay, you see a lot of people walking around with those little small N95 respirators on. They cannot help you, okay? The entry point for the coronavirus or any of these other types of viruses are eyes, nose, and mouth. You have to protect your crown, okay? And even this beard that I have is inappropriate for this mask, okay? Now, the way you test this type of a mask, it has to be airtight. When you get one, if you ever get one, and even this scare right now, okay, should be a warning. I hope that all of you and your families and my family come out on this on top, healthy and well. Please, I hope everybody's healthy and well, okay? But the way you test this is you put your hands over to make sure it's airtight. And you breathe. If no air is coming in, you're good, okay? But that's only half of it. Even if I was walking around, I wore this on an airplane, I wore this in the mall, or anywhere. It doesn't matter where I go, okay? It does not matter. You still have to decontaminate. So you can wear this anywhere, all day long, okay? Now, the way that professionals do it, as you see them on the news, this is how we did it in industry. Like I said, I worked in the pharmaceutical industry. I worked on the H1N1 project back in 2009 for MedImmune vaccines, okay? I also worked in the hazardous materials business, okay? That's how I acquired this equipment, okay? Because once you're fitted for it, it's yours. It's yours to keep. All right, so I already have this kind of stuff. This is the way I roll as a man, okay? So what happens is in industry, you have to decontaminate, all right? You'll have all types of Tyvek suits on, multiple layers of latex gloves, depending on the situation, the depth of the situation is how you dress, okay? But what happens is when you go into a hazardous environment, upon coming out of that hazardous environment, you have to decontaminate. And you pull those same contaminated pieces of personal protective equipment off. You pull them off in layers, okay? So you gown up and you go into harm's way, okay? In proper PPE, and then you come back out of it in PPE. So and decontaminate your PPE. So basically what I'm trying to say is even if the practical person did have all of these personal protective pieces of equipment in their homes, you still have to understand how to utilize them, okay? So let's just say everybody goes out and gets this practical respirator that I have on, okay? Now, you might, still want your hands. You protect your crown, which is the most important. Remember, eyes, nose, and mouth. That's the entry point for the virus. Okay? But when you come in, you might want to have, you spray you and your family down with Lysol because the virus can be anywhere. It can be on your clothes, be on your watch, your ring, the mask. It can be anywhere. So these are the types of things that you have to take precaution. Okay? Like I said, the average human being touches their face over 100 times a day. And your children do it even more. I constantly tell my son and my daughter, stop touching your face. Do they listen? No, because it's natural. But you still have to put that in your mind, and you have to put it in your loved one's mind. Okay? So I just wanted to talk about that practical point. All right? I hope our government gets it together. I hope everybody is able to stay calm in this situation. I do not want to say that it's not as bad as it seems, because guess what? Every single situation that we had, whether it be H1N1, Katrina, what we realize is the government gets around to helping you whenever they fucking want to. Okay? So ultimately, in that short period of time that you have to do what you need to do for your family, okay, you are alone. You are alone. Okay? So when the government finally gets around to doing what they are supposed to do to help us, you are on your own. Those people in Katrina were left on their own, okay, for a very long time before anybody showed up. Okay, deaths everywhere. Okay, that's how serious this thing can be. I myself, I'm not paranoid. This is a little drama, but guess what? It can get real out here. Okay, it can get very real. And I hope that everybody going through this recognizes just how real life can be. Ultimately, this is not really even that appropriate of a time to even be talking about money. But guess what? If you don't make the proper moves at the proper time, you could lose out on a lot. We don't know. We don't know that if our government is downplaying this and it's really worse than it is, and we don't know if it's if it's not really that big of a deal. We don't know. So ultimately, you have to believe in yourself and your own mother wit, and have some common sense, and stop sitting around waiting on everybody else to do something for you. None of us can afford to live that way. And this coronavirus is very, very elegant. Let me tell you, okay? It stays in your body for up to 2 weeks. Okay, let me rephrase that. It can stay in your body for up to 2 weeks undetected. So what that means is you could have spread it to your whole family within 2 weeks and still not even know that you have it. That's why what you see happening right now, they're quarantining different people, places. They're trying to restrict multiple gatherings. They're trying to restrict certain air travel and things of that nature. That's the proper way to do it. They're isolating the situation. That's the way that you do it. I just wish that they would have done it sooner, rather than talking about how we're so technologically advanced in China, how we're so technologically advanced in Iran and all of this. Who gives a fuck about all that? Okay? Tell the people what they need to know to feel safe. That's it. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Okay? We need to know what's going to keep us safe. That's it. So I'm just trying to give you some practical information from my heart to you. I don't get paid for any of this. This is a luxury for me. I just like to share the limited information that I have throughout my travels in life, because I have been fortunate enough to work for some of the largest companies in the world, and I have learned from every last one of them. That's why I have some good information, and I'm trying to share it with you. Okay? Now, the business part of this video. Okay? The business part of this video is everybody wants to talk about buying the cleaning companies, like your Clorox or, Procter & Gamble and some of the other cleaning companies and their products, okay? What you have to understand, babe, I'm doing a video right now. I apologize. It was going so well, too. Now I have to edit it.